Hi again. I've just made a short video to talk about the word card assignment. This is a new assignment for you if you may never have made a word card before. And this is a very important assignment because you are going to do it repeatedly through the semester. So I just want to point out a few things that you should pay very close attention to. Okay, so as I say all the time, and if you are not tired of me saying this, you will be soon. Please always read the directions very carefully because they are there to help you. Okay, so let's have a look at the instructions for the word cards. Okay, so you're going to notice here, first of all, it says each week you'll create several word cards based on the words we are studying for each unit. The words are going to be found in your vocabulary book, this book right here, okay? This is where you'll find the words, okay? And you'll be doing exercises in this book and online to help you with the words. But in addition to that, we are asking you to create word cards. Now, the good news is you don't have to create 10 word cards every single week. I'm going to assign you two word cards, all right? And you will create them and share them on the discussion board so that you and your classmates can use them. And what our hope is that you'll see that this is a useful tool for learning vocabulary. Okay, it's a great way to get more in depth about a word. Okay, so let me go back to the instructions again. So one thing that I will add before Monday is it says here, the instructor will assign 2 to 3 words to each student. So when you open this yourself, you're going to see your name next to 2 words. Those are the only 2 words you have to do, okay? Now, you are going to learn how to do all of these things right here, okay? How to identify definitions, synonyms, antonyms, collocations, and analogies, okay, of target words. So, not so much the analogies sometimes, but the first 4 are very important, okay? So, it says download an example of a word card. So when you click on this word card example, it's going to take you to a PDF, okay, that looks like this. All right, now this is an example, okay? That means this is not one you're going to use. This one has been completed for you. And you'll notice all the different things we have here. We've got a definition, okay? And that is taken from a dictionary, okay? Don't try to make that up by yourself. Word forms. What is a word form? A lot of students ask this question. Word form means your word, but in different parts of speech. Okay, for example, we have here the main verb that you were told to look up is acknowledge. Acknowledge is a verb, okay, but it can be changed into different forms. If we add meant to the end of it, we get the word acknowledgement, which is related to acknowledge in its meaning, but it is the noun form. So it's used differently in a sentence. Okay, it can be used as a subject instead of as a verb. All right, we can use acknowledged, which is an adjective form. You have to use the dictionary in order to find these. Okay, so you have to do a little bit of digging and a little bit of dictionary work to find these things. Synonyms, you probably know, are words that have the same meaning as your target word, okay? So your target word will go up in this box and you'll put your word and what part of speech it is. And then later down here for synonyms, you're going to find other words that have similar meanings. And you can use dictionaries for that, okay? Antonyms. Antonyms are words that mean the opposite, okay? So acknowledge means to admit or to accept that something is true, or that a situation exists. And synonyms of that are to admit something, to confess, to concede, to grant. But antonyms are the opposite, deny. Deny is to not accept that something is true. So, no, that's not true. I deny that, right? Deny is the opposite of acknowledge. Disclaim, disavow. Again, these things, how do you find them? In a really good dictionary, okay? Sometimes you can use something called a thesaurus as well. A thesaurus is a special kind of dictionary specifically for synonyms and antonyms. Okay, next section comes the collocations, and collocations are tricky. A collocation is a group of words that we usually find our target word in. Okay, that sounds a little strange. It's another professor calls these word partnerships. Okay, word partnerships. Collocation is a word partnership. It's words that usually go together in a language. So when we use the word acknowledge as a verb, we often say that you acknowledge something, or you acknowledge that, or you acknowledge somebody as something. Okay, it means you can also sometimes use the expression be widely or generally acknowledged to be something. Okay, these are collocations. And how do you find collocations? Often in a collocation dictionary. And I'll show you that later. Okay, and these, by the way, SMB means somebody and SMTH means something. Okay, and then we have sentence examples, and you may take your sentence examples from the dictionary, but they need to be sentences, not phrases. Okay, complete sentences, and they need to make sense. If they don't make sense, then they're not helping you study the word, because the purpose of this word card is to help you study this word in depth. Okay, and so you're going to be creating 2 of these. Now let me go back and show you. There's also in the directions, there are guidelines of how to do this. So if you click on the word card guideline, you're going to come to this page, and it tells you exactly what to do. Look, it tells you include the word, include the part of speech of the word. Okay, I can't tell you how many times people forget to put stuff in this box. So I think they didn't ever read the guidelines, okay? So if you look at the guidelines, it tells you what to do. And look at all these beautiful links. These are links that are going to help you find all these different forms of your word, including collocations, okay? And the sentences, it says create your own example with the word or record examples from the dictionary, okay? I think in the beginning of the semester, you may want to stick to the dictionary because you're going to know it's correct, okay? So that is the guidelines. Now, the next thing to consider is that there is a template here. What does a template mean? It means it's basically a blank document that you can use. So what you do is when you open that up, you can save it to your computer as a document, and every time you do a word card, you've got the form to fill out. And you're going to do 2. So this document is actually like 4 pages long. You don't need to do all 4, but you can fill in page 1 with your word 1, fill in page 2 with word 2, save that, and then you're going to be able to submit that to your assignment. Okay? So I hope that helps you, students. It's going to be a little tough the first time, but you're going to get better and better and better at it all through the semester. And I'm really excited for you because this is a great way to study words in depth. All right, let me know if you have questions.